Welcome to the gingerbread capital of Poland, Torun. Today we're exploring the town. We're gonna bring you guys on an adventure. Let's go!
Going to make our own gingerbread! Ah! But how stinking cute is this? Oh yeah, the smell of it. In Luke's words, pathetic.
To Torun, to Poland, and to all of you watching our channel.
Na zdrowie.
This video is brought to you by the Department of Promotion and Tourism of Torun.
We would like to thank them very much for giving us the opportunity to show you this beautiful part of the world.
Absolutely. Enjoy the video, guys.
Now the first stop on our list today is the Town Hall Tower. We just bought ourselves some tickets here. It's 21 zloty per person and we just found the entrance. It looks very steep and dark, as you can see, but I'd say let's just go in and try and see where this staircase leads us. You have to be careful with your head and shoulders again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be whacking my head again.
As always, no news there. Nobody asked for our tickets so far. I know there's somebody that will probably check our tickets. Dziękuję. Tickets were checked. Everything is in order. We continue walking up.
Wow. Need some cardio.
You definitely need more cardio.
It's getting hot today in Torun. It is 31 degrees Celsius, so summer is here. And inside this tower it's very humid because of all the closed off walls, obviously. This place is epic. We were wandering around the old town last night when we arrived, and we spotted some people up here on this tower and we were like, oh my god, the views from the top of the tower must be really something to check out. So that's exactly why we're doing this now and torturing ourselves to get up here and get some nice views for us and for you. The things we do for YouTube. So we're some way up right now and we seem to be in a bell tower of sorts. Check it out. This town is one of the most spectacular looking places. We really have not seen much yet, but this is really an authentic first impression. This is literally the very first thing that we're doing in Torun now. So we're very excited, very out of breath and very sweaty.
There's other people coming down now, so we kind of have to wait in order to go up. Quite a bit of traffic on the staircase and you kind of have to wait and see if somebody's coming your way because you cannot go up if somebody comes down. Oh my god, the staircase is so steep. Trying to film while climbing up without falling down, it's a bit of a challenge.
Hello.
We made it all the way up. A bit windy up here. It's nice though because it kind of cools you down again. Wow, you have the most amazing view up here. You can see the Vistala River. That's the river that also flows through Kraków, I believe. We have seen this river there. And other than that, you can see the entire medieval town of Torun, which is, by the way, a UNESCO World Heritage. The entire old town is a UNESCO World Heritage. Excuse me, please. how beautiful is this building that we're currently looking onto. I have been actually really interested in this building since yesterday evening when I first saw it. It is from 1311 and it's one of these red brick buildings that just looks absolutely insane. I think by now it kind of looks like it's commercially used. A lot of these like very historically looking buildings are used for museums or some sorts of like cultural exhibitions or art or something like that. This one specifically that I like so much is used commercially, but it is so nice to look at.
I genuinely can't think of anything more fantastic to do as the first thing when we arrived here. This is out of this world. By far already the coolest tower that we've been on since we started traveling. The views from up here are they just take your breath away. I'm actually kind of almost lost for words just looking out at this. And as Naomi said, UNESCO World Heritage Site, the medieval town of Torun. This place is somewhere that we have had on our list now ever since we arrived in Poland, and we've been getting comments under our videos for such a long time saying you need to go to Torun, you need to check out the medieval town of Torun, and that's why we came here. We're here for quite some time now. We have a good few days booked in this beautiful place, and we should be able to bring you guys some really nice videos and sort of give you our true impressions of what this place is like, different things that you can do while you're here, different things you can see. And there is absolutely an unbelievable amount of things that you can do. A lot of them are for free, a lot of them you can buy tickets for, but let's go and explore some more of this amazing medieval town. Oh wow, okay, we're gonna take a little bit of a pit stop here at a coffee shop near to the main medieval square of Torun. Mensen pub. We're gonna grab a quick cup of coffee and maybe a tea and just enjoy this beautiful day here for maybe an hour or so, and then we're going to continue exploring the great medieval city of Torun.
We picked the absolute perfect place to drink a coffee here. We have a perfect view onto the statue of Copernicus, who was, by the way, born in Torun. So a lot of the things here around the town are around Copernicus. So you have like, I think, a Copernicus museum and stuff like that. So we have the perfect view onto the statue, and it's just such an idyllic and absolutely amazing day in the sun.
Doesn't get much better than this, guys. This is perfect right now. Now, the city of Torun is known for two things in particular: Nicholas Copernicus and gingerbread. Now, those are two pretty random things, but when it comes to Torun, it makes a whole bunch of sense. Nicholas Copernicus was an absolutely brilliant mind, and he was someone who basically discovered the theory that planets revolve around the sun, and throughout history he has been revered as one of the fantastic minds throughout history, all throughout history. Gingerbread, on the other hand, this place is known as the city of gingerbread, and there's actually a gingerbread museum where you can apparently go and make your own gingerbread. So that is on our list, and we cannot wait to go and give that a shot.
Directly here on the main square of Torun, you will find this golden donkey here that was put here in the year 2007, and it is supposed to look similar to the one that was here in medieval times. Back then, however, it was used as a torturing method. We read that soldiers, like disobedient soldiers, were put on the donkey with weights on their legs in order to torture them. Now it is a golden donkey where a lot of people take pictures with and rub their ears. So definitely a must-see of the city of Torun.
Right now we are at the old gate of Torun, and this was erected in the first half of the 14th century in a Gothic style. This is actually the only gate leading out of the old town to the west, and in the 15th century a barbican was built by it in the forum of a circular tower, 5 to 6 stories high. So it would have been a fantastic viewpoint as a form of defense over Torun and it was strengthened with a moat and a drawbridge too. Missiles were actually hurled and boiling water was poured on the besiegers through special openings on the protruding top floor gallery. The barbican was eventually destroyed. The Swedish armies during the siege of 1703, and the tower gate was dismantled as well in the late 1880s. So that there alone is a ton of history, and this is just one tiny part of Torun.
So right now there's not a whole lot of that gate left. You still have some parts of the defensive walls here directly behind me, and the opening itself where people would have come into the city or went out of the city. And with a lot of imagination and the pictures that are shown on the sign over there, you can really imagine what this area would have looked like. If you walk a little bit further down, you will find the Leaning Tower of Torun, which was built in this very, very specific way because one of the Teutonic knights was dating the beautiful daughter of a very wealthy merchant. And he was not supposed to date this daughter, or he fell in love with that woman, actually, so to speak. And it was built in this way because of his crooked ways of living.
So right now we are at Gate of the Holy Spirit, or otherwise known as Convent Gate, and this leads directly out here onto the Vistala River. It's actually a perfect sort of a gateway between the medieval town and the Vistala River. Both ways, both directions will take you to something equally beautiful and stunning. And if you do come during the summer, which we highly recommend you do, come to Torun in the summertime if you can, because the weather is absolutely perfect and the views out here onto the Vistala River is just something else. And then take a walk into the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the medieval town of Torun and have yourself a little bit of an exploration around. Stuttering over my words, but they used this gate itself to actually hurl boiling water and hot porridge down onto their enemies or attackers of the fortress.
Can you imagine here, you can see the original doors directly beside me, and you can really see how small people were back then. Like the original door barely touches my shoulder. I think I would have been too big for Torun in the medieval times. If it is getting too hot inside the city of Torun, you have obviously the Vistula River here on the side as well, where you can do little cruises with these like cute little boats. And on the other side of the Vistula River, you can see there's a lot of nature and also small beaches, and right now there's even people swimming there. So I feel like Torun kind of has it all. It has everything to offer that you could need for a summer destination.
I totally agree with Naomi. This is truly the perfect summer destination. If you are making a list, add Torun to it immediately. If you're coming here, come here during the summer. There is a beautiful, very, very long sort of promenade all along the Vistala River, so I'd say there's nothing better than to just take a nice walk on a sunny Sunday or Saturday afternoon and then stop off in the medieval town and have yourself a nice cold pivo in one of the many bars and restaurants in there. Now, gingerbread really does run deep in the veins of the city of Torun. It is, or what I've read, is that gingerbread was actually gifted to people such as Pope John Paul II, by far the best pope in history, if you ask me. It is also gifted to plenty of kings and knights and Nobel Prize winners throughout history as sort of a sign of appreciation for the work that these brilliant people do. And to be honest, I wouldn't be sad if I received a gift basket of delicious gingerbread for doing a good job. It's always very hard to get across just how beautiful certain places are, and this is one of those places where we just want to reach through the camera and pull you guys in, and just to let you experience the true and utter authentic beauty of this Polish city. It is unmatched, to be completely honest.
Yeah, walking the streets of Torun certainly feels like you're just walking in a medieval fairy tale kind of. I would love just like for one day to put on like a princess dress or something, and Luke can be a knight for
Absolutely.
one day.
Let's do it.
And then we'll walk the streets here and have the most amazing day ever. By the way, if you ever see us walking the streets of Poland or in any other country, don't hesitate and come up to us and just say hello. We're very, very happy to speak to you guys and just grab a cup of coffee or something somewhere. Definitely don't hesitate to approach us. But now, on to the Gingerbread Museum, where we are hopefully going to make our own gingerbread. Ah! I know, this is a gingerbread museum, but I was thinking, cute is this? You have these little chairs that just looks like gingerbread with a little bit of icing, and you even have a massive gingerbread house here. It's so cute.
So the Gingerbread Workshop that we booked, it is going to be entirely in Polish, so unfortunately we're not going to understand the majority of what's going on, but we figured we are just going to basically copy what other people beside us are doing. So it should be a fun experience nonetheless. We cannot wait to design our own gingerbread men. Let's do this.
Okay, if you want to, you can change your mold for another shape. You can go around, choose something that you like, but please choose one mold. Okay, so change mold for a mold. Okay.
Do you want a horse?
Pick a shape. Oh. I think I want this one.
This one is nice as well.
Oh yeah.
Torun.
Yeah.
To make a very special gingerbread in Torun, because in Torun we're actually making two types of gingerbread. So first type is gingerbread for eating, that you probably know. But second type is a little bit different. It's traditional decoration gingerbread that is called gościniec, from the Polish word for visitors. And this gingerbread is just for decoration, so nothing for eating. We are making these gingerbreads like from the Middle Ages, so almost 300 years now. And this is really important tradition in Torun. We are not eating this dough because in this dough there's like 4 times more flour and oil than in this normal one for eating. So if you eat this, probably a few next days you'll spend in the bathroom. Okay. After a week and a half, 2 weeks, they're going to be really hard, like this. So if you will keep them safe for this time, you can even have like the souvenir for many years. In home, I have these ones that are like 5 years old now. Nothing is happening with them. So every year they're hanged on the Christmas tree as a Polish tradition. Gingerbreads like this you can also decorate. You can paint them with paints or some glue with glitter, or maybe something more artistic like decoupage, fake gold decoration, as you want. But if you want to have this gingerbread for many years, probably better is to like conserve them with even a hairspray for your hair, or some like a vernix for decoration things. Yeah, so you can try to do that because of course the worms also like to dough.
Oh yeah.
Prepare your mold, because our dough can stick to it. We need a little bit of oil, so when you will take your brush, you need to push that to the walls because too much oil is not good, because nothing will appear on the dough, and we are not making fries, okay? So it needs to be just shiny, so you need to paint that just a little bit. If you have question, also you can paint the center. Środeczek.
Tu masz kochani. Ale tak jedną warstwą, nie?
Tak, spokojnie, leciutko, żeby się tylko świeciło, drodzy Państwo, za dużo. Our tourist factory, the biggest in Poland and in Europe. This dough is resting in there like 3 months before it is coming to us. So the dough is a little bit hard. That's why we need to squeeze that, because it needs to be more elastic and a little bit sticky. So you need to take that in hand and like play dough. You need to squeeze until the flour will disappear and the dough will be sticky to your fingers. Okay? So hard. Jeszcze. Idziemy. A skąd Państwo przyjechali do nas?
Z Warszawy.
Z Warszawy. Pani?
Na wyjazd.
Oh! Where are you from?
Ireland.
In Germany.
In Germany. Okay.
Mix.
Yeah.
So you have to knead the dough so long until it gets kind of sticky. As you maybe saw in the video in the beginning, it had a little bit of flour on the outside. Maybe if you can grab the dough over there. So this is what it looked like at the beginning, and now it looks like this. and the dough should be a little bit sticky so that it kind of sticks to your hand, and then it's ready to go. Because this dough is coming from the Copernicus factory, from what the woman said, and it's kind of, it's there for like 3 months until it gets here. So the dough is a little bit hard, and you just have to work with it for a while until you can actually do something with it.
So this is a test. When you squeeze it hard and you open the hand, if it's sticky, it's good. If it's falling, it's not good, but please do not do like this, yeah? Your fingers cannot be in the dough. This is a cheating. Okay.
You were cheating.
Actually, this test is checking 2 things. If the dough is ready, and if I can put you in the dungeons for you to making the squeezing of the dough.
Oh no!
Okay? Dobrze. Drodzy Państwo, jak się ciasto klei, robimy sobie z niego kuleczkę. Ponownie.
Gingerbread approved.
If your dough is sticky, you need to make a ball from it one more time, okay? So it's more elastic, and our shapes will be more beautiful on our dough, but it's sticky. It will stick to this dangerous tool for you. For that to happen, we need a little bit of our magical white powder, so flour, nothing else. Not too much. That's why we are going to put our dough inside the cup with flour and just shake it, okay? And what will stick to it will be enough. Dobra?
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Dobrze, robi tutaj pani? Nie dobra. Przepraszam, znaczy wokół się ciasto, może takich... So there's a lot of difference between rolling the dough from these cutting ones and the molds like this. So the dough cannot be too thin because we're going to press that inside. That's why it needs to cover only your shape and a little frame, not the whole mold and be bigger than mold, okay? Because then you will need to start from over. And there's really important one thing. When you will put your dough on the mold, check if your dough is on the right side, not on the left. Okay?
Right side. Oh god.
I'm confused.
Get your gingerbread and somebody else's, and I see a lot of hearts in here. We need to sign our gingerbread. So with the knife in the center of your gingerbread, you need to write your initials, address, and number.
Ma to znaczenie, żebyśmy to wystawili?
Tak.
A Oli się odkleja.
Because ja
Kurczę, że mi się nie zeszło.
To ja daję chwileczkę Państwu nawet, no to może taką karetę Państwo zrobią ładną. I niestety pieczy się... to też jest forma.
Nierzeźbione.
No i oczywiście właśnie te współczesne typowo też tutaj na warsztacie. Bo to też są formy głównie wycinane warsztaty.
So what do you think of the experience so far?
It was amazing.
You've got flour on your nose.
I have, a little bit of the white powder on my nose. No, I'm only joking. This experience is absolutely amazing, and the lady was so kind as well to do it in English and Polish because there was not so many people around here, and I just think, I don't know, I'm over the top happy. I can't wait to hold my own gingerbread.
Yeah, I went for the more traditional route of doing like the stamp of Torun, or the coat of arms of Torun, and it came out pretty well. I applied a little bit too much force when I was rolling on it, but thankfully it came out pretty good. She's basically going to go and bake our gingerbread now, and this is not for eating, but there is a taste test somewhere on the first floor, so we're going to go and try some gingerbread.
Can't wait! Second gingerbread of the day. By the way, we didn't have any food today. We just had the gingerbread that you saw at the beginning of the video, and now we're going to have that gingerbread. It's 4:30.
Yeah, we're living the staple diet of the people of Torun. It's gingerbread for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Some coffee in between.
We're getting up now to the tasting section of the Gingerbread Museum, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty hungry, so let's get some gingerbread.
Excited for the gingerbreado.
Yeah!
I'd like to make an emergency order of 10 kilograms of gingerbread. Thank you.
No problem. The moment we've all been waiting for. We're gonna taste test some amazing gingerbread. You have your piece?
Gingerbread. This is called katarzinka, by the way.
Katarzinka. Cheers to Torun, to Poland, and to all of you watching our channel.
Na zdrowie.
Okay, so well, this shape was yours. Let's remember.
Thank you.
And the house.
For you.
Thank you so
Thank you so much. Dziękuję.
Dziękuję bardzo. Do widzenia.
Do widzenia.
Oh yeah,
Smells
the smell
amazing.
of it. So nice. I think my gingerbread looks a little bit not so good.
Tired. Well, the weather is still amazing.
No. In Luke's words, pathetic. Let's inspect Luke's shape.
Here we go, guys. I don't know if you can see anything, but there we go. Torun. Nice. Not too shabby, if you don't mind me saying. Didn't come out exactly perfect, but nonetheless, this is definitely going to be a souvenirs that me and Naomi will cherish for a very, very long time from this city.
Now today we learned loads and loads of things, but one of the things for sure is that it's very difficult to make a nice gingerbread. So definitely I have to take my hat off for the people, with my respect, that make nice gingerbread, because I am not the person. But anyway, this is day 1 completed from Torun. Stay tuned, because we're going to see you guys tomorrow. This is a video that we're going to shoot over several days, so I think we have another like 3 or 4 days to come here in Torun.
Plenty more exploring.
See you tomorrow morning.